Joe Lopez.
Okay.
A little moment of silence there, awkward silence.
No, because there's a lot of love there, and there's a lot of things that I'd rather not discuss. But again, I'm very blunt. But you put me on the spot, and Joe, when they were in the '80s, like Joe and Jimmy and that whole band, they didn't care about anybody else but them, and so I hated that. Mm-hmm. But it took me a long time to realize that, hey, they were taking care of their business.
Yeah.
Whatever they were doing, and we know, those were the party years for a lot of bands, But I've always said I thought Joe Lopez is the most prolific singer of our time.
Right.
In Tejano.
Yeah.
And he could sing anything in his voice and sell it. Whereas I've heard other people record country and try and twang it and sing something funk and sound kind of, negro it up a bit.
Yeah.
But Joe always sang pretty,
Yeah.
Jimmy's another guy like that too. Jimmy would sing his voice.
Yeah.
And we all know he's legendary and what kind of force he was in the studio, Jimmy. But Jimmy's one of those. But with Joe, it just goes. So many things happened since he came out and stuff like that. And
have you spoken with him since he's out? Been out?
It's funny that a pastor friend of mine, at the time, he was in Osona, Texas, and he called me out of the blue and he asked me, "¿Cómo está Joe Lopez?" And I go, "I don't know, Pastor. I really go, but maybe you should write to him. He needs to hear from someone like you." And man, I prayed on it, and I did. And the next thing you know, we've corresponded about 15, 16, 17 letters, and what was said is between Joe and me.
Cuando está encerrado,
estás
mandando letters. Yeah.
And then he asked me once, can you please put to all my fans, blah blah blah. This is the address where I'm at, and I did that, and I did it because he asked me to. And so I never got backlash from it. Nobody came back. I thought that had to be from God, But
wow.
But since he came out, we've never really spoken. He hasn't called me, and he doesn't need to. Understand? But there was a little few incidents that happened, and I posted some things, and I mentioned his name, and then I heard from his wife. And
was this just recently?
Well, about a year and a half ago or something. And so,
and what was that all about? I didn't get anything on that. I didn't hear about it. You posted something on social media?
There's a video where she put. No. It's something pretty innocent, but to me it just kind of hit me because I think Jimmy and Joe and Adolfo share the same birthday. Mm-hmm. August whatever, 29th, August 30th, whatever. And I put one on social media.
Adolfo is the drummer.
The drummer, Adolfo.
And Jimmy's brother-in-law.
His brother-in-law.
Yes,
yes.
He's married to Jimmy's sister.
Yeah, Cindy. And the three of them share the same birthday. And I thought, this can't be true, really? So I said, who would have thought that three guys born on the same day from the same city would go to form the biggest and most prolific band in Tejano music history.
Yeah.
Something like that. And so I put happy birthday, Adolfo, happy birthday, rest in peace, Jimmy, and happy birthday, Joe. And the next thing you know is Sandra sends me, an inbox and says,
"Oh my God, cease and desist.
Don't shoot the messenger," and says that as per Joe Lopez, Jimmy and Adolfo didn't start the band. He started the band. I thought, this is what I got a letter for. I mean, an inbox. And so I told Sandra, believe me, I'll never mention his name. So when I had to say his name right now, I thought I kind of went back on my word. But I mean, he's doing well. When he came out, I heard him sing, and I didn't think his chops were there. But now I hear him, and his chops are pretty much back. And I mean, I wish him the best. And what can you say about his history?
I know, man. I'd love to have him on the show.
His music and their music, and if I say, Jimmy or their music, and I'm gonna get, text messages.
No, you say whatever you want, man. I mean, whatever you feel, you know.
No, but
I mean, it's not even coming from Joe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then I don't question it. to be honest, I don't really care. But I mean, so much. He's such a huge artist, you know, and to be sending me little
petty
stuff.
Like, it's not. It's just
like
petty.
I don't have better things to do.
Yeah.
Like, and all I did was compliment happy birthday.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of showed me.
But
a
it didn't
bit
personally come from Joe. It came from his,
but it came from
just
somebody.
like you said earlier. You know, you had like with Emilio the managements and stuff
yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
And again, like what
that.
we said about the '80s, all the bands were at each other's. So you don't know how much of those things carried over.
Yeah.
You know, but
Selena Quintanilla Perez, bro.
Wow. Major words, right?
Yeah.
I thought at one time